Okay. Now I want to go to Instagram so that we could get into the Breakfast Club clips. Not the whole thing, but the clips. Because I think what we've determined by now is that, yes, Bondy doesn't always get it right. I'm not perfect. It's just me. I do the best I can, y'all. But when it comes to certain things, my eyes are open, and whatever extra gift that I have to perceive, understand patterns, and read people adequately, my gift be on when it comes to certain things. And when it comes to these abusive situations, reading people, I be on. I did not need to listen to the entire interview with Sherry Shepherd and Jonathan Majors in order to know that she was coddling him and giving him grace where she gave Megan Thee Stallion none, where she judged, okay, where she judged and degraded an educated, successful Black woman simply because that Black woman does not mind showing her beautiful body to the world. I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear that regardless to what Sherry Shepherd was crying about, the energy of the interview is the same. My point is not invalidated because y'all want to pinpoint, oh, she was crying. Her tears were about the clip. That's not the fucking point. Stop being willfully obtuse and then making it seem like I'm the bad guy when I point that shit out to y'all. That I feel like y'all are being willfully obtuse or trying to find a way to make me wrong in a situation because you don't like what I'm saying about this man.
You know, I'm quoted saying that before. That's the game. You know?
I remember, and Lauren, you probably know, but I remember there was an article that came out and it was just a bunch of different people, you know, saying you were emotionally abusive to them and, you know, verbally abusive and, you know, they worked with you before and it wasn't a pleasant experience. When that came out, did you ever look at any of that stuff and say, okay, some of that might be justified. I might have been an asshole in that situation.
That article, you know,
they were talking about from college days, so you're not the same man. Is what
yeah. Well, there's some how to come at this one. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah, watch this.
What do you mean? Yeah, watch this. What the fuck did that mean? Y'all, this was a clear moment. Charlemagne giving this nigga an alley-oop to take some real accountability because he knows you didn't went around putting your head on hoes' titties and shit. You with a man right now. You want to talk about men holding each other accountable? We having a real conversation. I'm asking you if there was any point where you felt like you was fucked up. And you told us everybody got their opinion. The fuck? But let's listen to him as he, you know, watch this. Okay. We gonna watch.
As far as I'm just gonna say some facts. Okay. About school. And this, I went to North Carolina School of the Arts, and I also went to Yale. I was at Yale.
We were talking about Yale. So you can't just tell us straight off if there were times that you can recall where you could have handled people better. No. Now what's going to happen now? Let me guess. You're going to tell us how you going to Yale because the point is to point out that he went to an Ivy League. And for us as Black people to have in our minds how Ivy Leagues have a smaller percentage of Black people, specifically Black men. So they're probably going to get treated as if they're not supposed to be in that space. So that means we should take him being abusive at Yale with a grain of salt. Correct? Let's see. Let's see.
I was on a full scholarship. We all were. I was also on a Lloyd Richards scholarship. Our brother Lloyd Richards brought in August Wilson camp, all that stuff. Beautiful man. Rest in peace.
You still?
I was a recipient of that. When that information happened, when that started being said, that's when I went. That was hard because I go, this is Yale University. Where's the write-up? If all of this is true, where's the write-up? From my administration, from my dean, where is it?
So Yo, him asking for where's the evidence might as well be you telling us that you know there is no evidence, they can't prove it, so you're not going to admit to it. That's basically what you saying. And also him pointing out that they were on scholarship. Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, but I just want to say this, y'all. As a person that has a very sharp wit, I am never going to dispel that I could have said something to somebody to hurt their feelings or bother them. I'm never gonna be like, oh, I ain't never did that. I'm definitely going to be like, you know what? I might have said some shit. It may not have been my intent, but I might have said some shit. Tell me what I said, and I'll tell you if I meant it to hurt you or if I was just, saying something and it might have hurt you. Because I can admit when I'm trying to hurt somebody's fucking feelings. I can, and a lot of people refuse to. It's very weird. I'm starting the more research on TikTok, I feel like I might be neurodivergent because I've never really had an ability to lie like that. Not that I can't, but I just don't. For what? I would have to have a good reason. Okay.
That was the only thing in which I got involved because it was supposed to be family, right? I got involved and went, show me the paperwork. Not my lawyer. I hit my dean and said, show me. Said, no, there's nothing there. I still have the email. You know what I mean?
So let me be clear. Just because it was not reported doesn't mean it didn't happen. I think we all know that. Yo, I've absolutely been sexually harassed at my jobs before. I have had people touch me inappropriately. And just because I did not go and file a report doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Do I still wear my Yale cap? Yeah, because I went there, my class, I love them. And I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand.
You understand, but you don't agree with it. What the fuck?
No. And all off record.
What went through your mind when Michael Ealy had picked up Megan?
Y'all, these are the moments that I love, Jess. I know I was watching The Diva yesterday. Y'all know I love me some Erica De Niro. She hate her ass. Okay, I don't know why, y'all, but it's very hard. Like, I know all of those times I be mad at just like, bitch, stop being so ignorant. But I swear, it is something about just I cannot help. That shit was hilarious. I'm sorry. Why it looked like he got mad?
I want to see you answer that one. I want to see.
When did this happen? Is this in the movie? Or is this in the street?
Talking about real life when y'all was on the red carpet. Remember, and Michael, he came up and said hello to Megan in the clip that they had online. He picked her up.
See that right there? That was perfect. That was fucking perfect. Jess came in. Listen, Jess's whole energy right then was hilarious. Like, thank you, Jess. Thank you. Because to me, I feel like she's drawing attention to the fact that you giving us fake. Like, this shit is like, she making fun of him right then. And I know he recognized that, which is why he had that straight look on his face initially. But Charlamagne's laughter is what gave him the response that he needed. Then Lauren come up with the alley-oop and explain exactly what the fuck Jess is talking about. That right there, bitch. Give me that. Like, I love that moment. Thank you.
The clip they had online, you were just standing there and people was like, yo, I know he was salty, but there was the part of y'all shaking hands before.
Because he did speak to you too, but
Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah.
I love that pretty man. Look at him. Pretty eyes, lifting up my wife. It's all good. No. That's my brother. What went
not
wrong?
the appropriate way to hug somebody's wife. Well, I mean, we all
Yeah.
Now, y'all remember we talked about this on my channel, and I told y'all that nigga was mad and she had to hear about that shit later. I told y'all that, right? I told y'all that. Everybody, they try to act like they ain't see it. I think we all saw him looking in his bag and all of that shit. That was just a way for him to divert his eyes. But he was paying attention and he was very much bothered, y'all. And that pretty man. Yeah, you saying it like a joke and all of that, but yeah, that pretty man.
Yeah, but they have a beautiful friendship.
Yeah.
They have all these things, and respectfully, because like we have real life, and then we have what everyone says about our real life, right? And as you all know, we have to navigate between those two things, right?
Gotcha.
If the things people say about our life actually make their way into our lives, then the people have to be mature enough to address it. And Brother Ely, who I've seen many times, we did a workshop together at Dion's place. Michael Ely was like, "Hey, bro, my bad." You know what I mean? And
I want to stop it right there, because I need for y'all to understand that in order for him to be giving us the story of Michael Ealy coming to him to apologize, he had to be bothered. Michael Ealy had to then recognize that he was bothered. Everybody can act like this was just we saw it in the news and we know it's not really a big issue, but my bad, son. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It bothered you. He knew it bothered you. Which is why, my bad, son. Because otherwise, for what? If it wasn't that big of a deal.
I was like, respect. Yeah. Respect. You know what I mean?
I was like, this man trained.
Also, men like him, they're never going to go at the man. They're never really going to go at the man. I'm telling you, like in my experience, men like him are going to make her suffer for Michael Ealy's actions. She got punished for the Michael Ealy situation. So of course he can have this, it's all good, brother man. It's all good. But the nigga is full of shit, man.
For Creed, one of them blows, Michael's done. But
that's all love. It's all love. Yeah.
Oh, he liked to hear that. He liked that one. Now you getting a full smile from him, because right in that moment, Jess was doing something good too. Because Jess knows that when she pulled that shit out the first time, he might have felt slighted. So now you got to follow it up with a compliment. Oh, we know you would have beat his ass though. We know you would have beat his ass though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I'd have fucked him up. I'd have fucked this pretty face up. I bet you that's what Megan heard him say. Don't make me fuck this pretty nigga up. That's what you gonna make me do. You gonna make me go fuck the pretty nigga up. I imagine what happens behind closed doors. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. All for him to get out there in front of Michael Ealy. Yeah, it's all good, brother. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope your life continues to be flourishing.
I'm quoted saying that before. That's the game.
I remember, and Lauren, you probably know, but I remember there was an article that came out, and it was just a bunch of different people, saying you were emotionally abused.
Okay, we got that one. What's the next one?
Did you ever feel like through any of that, like you were scared or nervous that like Megan would be like, yo, this is too much for me?
All the time.
Did you? Yeah. What was that like for you?
Yeah, all the time. Well, as I said, it's just like,
to be clear, most light-skinned men, especially with pretty eyes, and especially if they grew up amongst Black people, they absolutely usually are crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. I feel like New Orleans is such a special place, but we have a lot of light-skinned, attractive, freckles, light eyes. We have a lot of them. So I've had a lot of experience with watching how they move and what their thought process is. Like a lot of them are extra as fuck because they feel like they have to prove something to somebody, because at some point growing up, some darker skinned boy is jealous of your lighter skin because the girls like you. So he calls you weak or soft or some shit, or threatens to whip your ass. So over your life, you have to adopt a crazy mindset in order to deal with every time you're going to have to deal with somebody calling you beige or light skin or you acting like a bitch. Like light skinned men that are really like, not about dealing with that, they have to adopt a crazy nigga mentality. Okay. So it's not even like, a lot of times I feel like when I say certain things, people feel like it's a judgment. It's like, no, it's not a judgment. It's me recognizing what their experience is probably like and why they have to act that way. And then how that just becomes a part of a mechanism. You know what I mean? You tell me I'm soft too many times because I'm light skinned, and I'm gonna have to prove to you that I'm not. Terrence Howard, yes.
Like I told her from the jump, like this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when y'all in it, and it's like,
and the same thing for nerdy. The same thing for nerdy black boys, y'all. The same thing for nerdy black boys. If you was a nerd, if you was a lame, you probably got picked on a lot. Then when you get picked on a lot, you gotta fight and you gotta huff and puff and all of this crazy shit. I experienced that with boys in school too. So then you gotta be the type that can huff and puff because they think you a lame or they think you a nerd. So now you gotta protect yourself. That's how a whole bunch of either become incels or in the gym. Okay, this is a nerdy nigga that got in the gym. Let's not forget he didn't used to be that built.
Depressed.
Yeah, but when we're in, like we're I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say because she's also a name, and so I think that there was a lot thrown on her as well because people were like, Megan Good, why are you doing this?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of that. You know, I had a lot of. Sure, I had a lot of. I mean, we're in a relationship now. We're in a marriage. You know, I'll keep it straight. We had moments of like, hey, babe, it's cool. You know what I mean? I love you more than I can imagine, but you gotta, you know, the ship's going down. You know, you better. I'm Jack. You know what I mean? You let go of me and you go get it. You know.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I think women, because I've done this too, y'all. I'm not taking myself out of this. That's why I know it so well. I feel like as women, when somebody tells us I'm not good for you, it almost sounds as if they're being selfless. And so then it'll make you love them more because they're saying to you, you know, I'm not good. And you're like, but no, I love you. I can love you through it all. That's how you feel, right? But most of us that have gone through those situations learn to trust when people tell you. Trust when people tell you shit, bro. Trust it. If somebody tell you that you're going to hate them, if somebody tells you I'm going to bring you down, if somebody tells you I'm not worthy of you, if somebody tells you I ain't shit either, I promise you they mean that shit and you need to believe it because they going to show you eventually. They gonna show you should have let them go when they said. They gonna show you should have believed them. I can think about in my life and in the life of my friends, I could think about at least 3 or 4 instances right now where a person told me ahead of time who they were gonna be, and I did not believe them, or I just didn't recognize that that's what they meant. Believe what people say when they tell you this type of shit, because they telling on themselves.
That was a big thing, and she took so many hits, you know, because of it. You know, she took, I don't think she mind me saying, like, yeah, she wasn't in they weren't announcing it, but like she lost endorsements. You know, we got uninvited to stuff. You know, she got uninvited to stuff because she had shown just how down she was, and they knew if Megan's coming, Jay's coming. You know, I'm coming. You know, yeah, she took an incredible hit. You know, and then just walking around. You know what I mean? Like a lot of our work, as you guys know, is like socializing. Right. You know what I mean? And
we asked her that when she was up here as well. You know, like the same question that Lauren just asked you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever feel like that was too much? And she said no. She knew that lady had God. That lady, yes. She talked about you with the same smile on her face that you have. You know, and strong. Yeah, very strong woman.
She's stronger than me. You know, she's stronger than me. You know, she kept me up. It continues to keep me up. I mean, before we walked in here, she was praying. Come on. I was like, oh yeah.
And did we notice how she doesn't look as healthy? Did we notice? As if you were sucking from her? I feel like they romanticize the language, but they're saying the same thing. Y'all are romanticizing it, making it seem like it's sweet and it means something good. But it doesn't.
And now I understand the Coretta. I understand it. I do.
Amen.
Because even though, you know, there's a lot of jokes that came with it and a lot of things, you know, you actually did a lot for me on stage. I'm a comedian, so I used the jokes a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But hearing you talk about that, you know, how she prays with you, for you. She flew to New York to sit there and you cried in her arms. Like, you know, it just also shows the backbone of Black women can be, you know.
That's incredible.
Okay, so just please don't internalize this as a reason for you to be over there taking care of no fucking man, just to be clear. Because women do that. Y'all look for the, that shows me it's okay that I'm taking care of this man. Y'all look for the validation from other people's relationships to let you know that the sacrifices that you're making, it's okay. But it's really not okay. So Jess, I know what you're saying over there. And we've talked about this. That's a part of the reason why nobody really be fucking with Jess, because Jess is male identified and holds on to a lot of problematic viewpoints. But she's also a comedian, and that's just par for the course. You know what I'm saying? You say whatever comes up comes out, and people just deal with it or they don't. But I need for Jess to not adopt that to her personality. She probably already has, but don't take that as no validation to continue to be carrying these big ass niggas on your back like a cross.
Or a black woman.
Black.
That's the only thing you can't say. You can't use the term Coretta for a white woman.
Yeah.
Do you regret that?
Oh, and don't we love a moment where we could be like, told you so, told you should have been with a black woman, told you should have brought your goofy, abusive ass over to a black woman, because then the self-sacrificing will make so much sense. We the ones that self-sacrifice. We the forever slave. We the forever, example of a woman that's going to lay down her life for a man. We are the example of the woman that's going to protect and provide and coddle and love through abuse. That's us, bitch. We got the cornerstone on being doormats for niggas. That's us. That's how y'all be talking, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Did you ever
Now we're so happy he didn't went and found a black woman to do all of that too. Hallelujah.
And you just officially tied the knot. Yeah. How does it feel that you finally locked down your Coretta?
I love it. Bring it come. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a chapter. And we got married on the 18th. That was a couple days ago.
Yes.
A couple sleeps ago. And I felt worthy of her.
Ooh, hold on, black man.
I
You gotta
know,
hold
right?
that one for us.
Okay, I'll hold it.
I felt worthy of her.
Yeah.
Expound on that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She is an incredible woman. And I had to get to that level, spiritually, socially, emotionally. I had to mature a lot, and she caught me at a time when I was in a bad way, and I was very upfront about that with her. And she said, "All right," got on the plane and came to New York City and sat with me on the couch and held me when it was all going down at the heaviest place. And the more I got to look at her, I was like, "Damn, I love this woman," And then when marriage became a thing, when it was like, "I'm gonna marry her," I said, "Wait, but marriage that ain't no joke." You know what I mean? And I had to really evaluate myself even deeper, if I was to wed this particular woman.
What type of work did you put in?
Brother.
To be the man that she was worthy of.
I just had a lot of shit that was just piled up that I never really dealt with, and those things hindered me socially, emotionally, spiritually. Even the relationship with my God, was not where it needed to be, and she being such a strong woman of God, that became clear that I need to work on that. And so, I mean, y'all seen the movie and y'all know me, so I look at something like that and it's like, all right, Jay, what you gonna do? I'm an actor. I trained for 11 years nonstop.
Okay, so we saw that. He trained and then he trained. We saw. Okay. So one of these comments, right? Brick City Buddha, he and I follow each other. He presents himself as one of the, the brothers that's trying to do the work and all of that type of shit. But y'all know I don't really trust anybody on the internet. For the most part, I've learned most people are performing. Okay. His comment is bothersome to me. He says, "I'm so tired of seeing women say something is off, something about him seems off with no context, no evidence, etc., beyond distant intuition. When in real life, the men who are the most, a lot of y'all keep choosing." I don't know what that means. If something is off about the brother, it's that he's no longer the normal black man who is avoiding the work. I feel like you're projecting. I feel like you're projecting how people view you onto this situation. because the truth of the matter is we have context, we have evidence, and we also have the intuition of women who have been in relationships with men that look like him. But here's the thing. What y'all are doing is saying because he's the nerdy, weird black guy, that black women are basically shunning him. Like, oh, y'all are not attracted to him because he's not the swagged out black man. That's low key what you're saying. You don't have any evidence that he did any real work except for his word. We know that he committed domestic violence more than once against a woman. We know he cheated on that woman and then used another woman to protect his image, almost like a protective vest in front of himself as he was going back and forth to court. We know that that woman has lost out because of her relationship with him. We know that he's only gained because of his relationship with her. To say we have no context and no evidence is weird as fuck. He literally is on voice recording, admitting to aggressing and strangling a woman. He is in text message saying he's going to unalive himself if that same woman went to the hospital. And now he sits before us today telling us that all has been wiped away. He's done the work. And now he has this amazing woman who has been helping him through it all without any breaks for him to sit by himself and with himself. Because along the way, every step of the way, there was some woman giving him her shoulder to cry on. Maybe you're projecting a little bit because people may say those same things about you and you have done the work. This man, I don't know if you know him or not, but we have context and we have evidence. And nobody should be ignoring their intuition. Now, I think I'm done. I think we've ran it into the ground. Let me see. What's this one?
When something like this comes out during the week of your film's release, how did that make you feel?
I was so grateful that I had done my work, you know, and continue to, and I'm continuing to do my work. I can't speak to it, but obviously, because you're talking about it, you know, there are vibrations, you know, reverberations, same as everything before. You know, but I was happy I'd done my work. You know, I was happy I'd done my work.
You said recently in an
So that's all he said. That's all he said.
Interview that when you have a struggle, learn, metabolize, grow. This incident happened just this week, so you haven't really had too much time to process with it. But what have you been able to metabolize from that moment since it was leaked?
Shout out to whoever the fuck this reporter is.
Yeah, I'm living life, you know.
When something like this,
He continues to not answer. Okay. Oh Lord, we love an unpopular opinion that blames a woman, because you saw her running down the street after him. Girl, okay. What about all the times that you didn't see? What about the time where he strangled her and she did not call the police because he asked her not to and threatened to unalive himself? What about that, bitch? I can't stand some of you hoes. I'm not even about to read that because I know that that's going to aggravate the fuck out of me. I'm just going to continue to pay attention to what I can see. Okay? So let's move on. I've had enough.
Would you let her?
So Shaquille O'Neal did an interview, and Shaquille O'Neal is on the internet, like just exposing himself for being the weirdo, creepy ass older man that makes no sense that he is. So when he was up there saying that he did Shawnee wrong and she was a great wife and all of that shit, I want y'all to know that that was a manipulation.
Girl, go through your phone. Would you be with the phone checker?
You can, but you gotta know what you're looking at. Just know what you're looking at.
I'm not a phone checker.
You all are.
I am not a phone
On
checker.
today's episode, you all are. Yeah, you all are.
No, it's them or us.
And listen, if all of the women are phone checkers, then all of the men are liars and cheaters. then okay, like I'm just saying, like if it's all of us, then it's all of y'all. To be clear,
us, we are not. We don't check phones.
Watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
Because you know I'm a scenario monster.
Come on, scenario.
We're in the car.
Yeah.
Tanya, big booty freak, Colorado comes up on the Bluetooth. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna ask.
Thank you.
Who is that?
You went to my phone.
If big booty freak comes on the phone, I could see it.
Don't look. Don't look. Okay, so now you see it. You're gonna ask. Now you're a phone checker.
That's wild.
That's not wild.
That's wild. If a phone lights up on the counter, I look. Even if it's not mine, I can't help it.
Because you're a phone checker. Don't. Mind your business. Street rule number 1. Mind your business. That ain't my phone. I don't know what phone that is.
Hollywood rule number 4027. Yeah. Mind the business that pays you. Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
Well, I mean, if I'm fucking Shaq, he better be paying me. So that should mean I can look at the phone since he is the business that pays me.
In the car, and Tanya, big booty freak, comes up on the screen.
Not big booty freak. I know
you're going to be like.
To me, you feel like a gaslighter. To me, you feel like the type of man that wants to get a reaction out of a woman. You don't want a cheating piece. You want her to be angry about it because you enjoy whenever she's angry about you doing something disrespectful. It means that some woman is losing her shit over you. And I think it emboldens your ego. Like she cares about me.
Who the hell is it? See, dudes don't want to deal with that. So now we got to get a second phone. Now I want y'all to catch up with the second phone. Why you got to say there's more questions? Dude don't want to come home with all those questions.
Do you think you could be?
Give us a manual.
Do you think you could be all the way honest with your woman?
No, because you're not supposed to be all the way honest.
I rebuke that.
Let me explain. You ready?
Yes.
Let's just say we have a semi-open relationship. Right?
Okay.
And you call me. You want me to say, I'm with this freak, I'm going to try to hit it, I'll call you back? That's honest. Or, baby, can I call you back? I'm with a friend.
Don't say I'm with a friend.
Yeah, it's a friend.
That's a lie.
She's a friend. If she's in my presence, she's some sort of friend. She's not my girlfriend. She's some sort of friend. So you say you want honesty. If you can handle it, yeah. But if you can't handle it, sometimes you have to protect them. You have to protect the feelings.
Dang.
That's all I'm saying.
That's wild.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If it's in a somewhat open relationship, then it should be okay for her to know that you somewhere. Why does it have to be crass and disrespectful or nothing at all? Why can't you just say, hey, I'm on a date right now. I'll hit you back. You could say that. You could say that. And then she has to deal with her emotions, but you can say that. If it's already semi-open, as you said.
Yeah, I'm with a friend. That's not a lie. I'm not giving you details, but I'm with you. Really, you want me to say, hey, I'm in Vegas, I'm with this little freak?
I want the truth. So,
you want me to say, I'm in Vegas, I'm with the little freak, she charged me $1,000, I'm going to try to get it to $700. I'm going to knock it down. I'm going to knock it down. You know me, it's going to take about 5 minutes. I'm going to call you back.
Oh, if all it's going to take you is 5 minutes, you can absolutely tell me that because I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of you fucking no girl for 5 minutes. Please, by all means. Yeah, all right. Please, see if you can get it down to 650.
In 10 minutes. That's what you want to hear? Or you want to say, baby, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. I'm in a meeting.
No, you want, not in a meeting. No, right? You know what I want to hear? I want you to tell me before we commit to our relationship that you are still outside and you're not ready to be sexually monogamous with me.
Okay.
He can't tell you that because then you're not going to be sexually monogamous. Then you're going to go fuck somebody else. And them niggas can't stand when you do what they do.
But in every other way, you are. And so if you just say, I'm busy, I don't want you to make up a story because I don't like that.
But how you know I'm lying?
If you were my guy, I would know when you're lying.
No, that intuition.
What?
Intuitions can be off.
No, I'd
be saying that because there are times when a woman has been thinking that something was going on, but in that exact moment, it wasn't going on. But in another moment, it was going on. Either way, the lady can feel you can't be trusted, whether it's immediate in the moment or if it is a staggered feeling, meaning that you already cheated, but you're not cheating in the moment or you're about to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, stop acting like women's intuition ain't shit. And a lot of times it's not even about intuition. It's about the fact that I already know how you get down.
I would know.
Intuition.
Let me tell you something about a woman, okay? A woman knows, we know one intuitively.
You think you know.
No, we know.
No,
we know when
assume.
your breathing changes.
You
I'm
assume.
telling you, there are so many little triggers and we don't.
Watch this. My guy, I'm about to get it. You assume off past traumas. If something happened in your last relationship, you bring it into the new relationship.
No. It's called learning from previous relationships so that when I see red flags in this relationship, I take heed to them. That's what it is. And I want y'all to know that most men are disagreeing because they just want you to continue to be dumb. I want y'all to know that when these niggas be mad in the comments, it's because they want to keep the lie alive.
If I'm taking you out every night and then all of a sudden I'm not taking you out and I'm moody, that don't mean I'm cheating on you.
No, but there is a pattern shift.
Yes, but you have to figure out why the pattern shift.
I agree.
Not assume. You have to figure it out.
Well,
you have
I agree.
To get factual evidence. Don't go because see, but hold on. When y'all think he's shit.
No, see all of that. Oh, you have to get factual evidence shit. That's because y'all go out of y'all way to hide evidence and make a bitch look crazy. So she could just have the feeling and she could be absolutely right. But as long as she can't prove it, that should mean what? That she can't do anything? Nah. I feel like if a woman feels insecure in any type of way that makes her feel uncomfortable, she should just drop you and stop fucking with you. Especially at his age. Any woman that's fucking with him, if at any moment it don't feel good to you, is making you wonder, question. I'm just telling y'all from personal experience. Whenever you start to question your reality with somebody, leave them. I don't care. Don't ask no questions. Don't do all of that. Oh, I need to understand, because I'm one of them too. I'm a Gemini. I like to understand. I want to know why, what happened. At some point, you are going to have to understand that you got enough information. You don't need more. It doesn't feel good. Let it the fuck go.
And then y'all shift and everything shifts off.
No, I ask questions.
Rather than shifting each other back. If I shift and you go, huh? Well, my last boyfriend used to do that shit. And then you shift and then you got the attitude problem. You start talking about, oh, my last girl used to talk about. Now it's all off.
Yes, and it should be. It should be.
That's what we need to get it, figure it out, be factual about it, and then bring it back.
No. You basically are telling me that you should continue to gaslight me as long as I don't have any evidence. So you want me to be batshit crazy going through your phone. So then you could then tell me that I'm wrong for going through your phone. Like, do y'all see how they continue to push you into a corner just so that you can accept the fact that he's going to do whatever he want to do. He going to handle it however he want to handle it. And if you feel away, then that's on you. So there are women like me that's like, okay, cool. You going to move how you going to move and I'm going to move how I move. When I start moving how I move, now your fucking feelings hurt and you don't like it. But it was cool when you was doing it. That's why you got to just drop motherfuckers. Leave them alone.
Baby, you took me out to dinner all last week. How come we didn't go to dinner like on time? I'm trying to like that. Like, oh,
that's fair.
Yeah, but y'all assume based off past.
You mean to tell me that simply because you don't feel like going out to dinner this one night, the woman is going to assume you're cheating? Child cap.
So a lot of men are afraid of marriage these days.
Because y'all got rules and y'all don't tell us.
What does that mean?
Y'all be making up rules.
What rules, Shaq?
Let me put you through a scenario.
Okay.
What's your name?
Anissa.
All right. We're talking.
Yeah.
I'll leave my phone right here.
Okay.
And Anissa says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I love you." Is that cheating? Yes or no? Don't think about it. You checking my phone, and Anissa, your friend, says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I like you." We're friends too. But you.
Oh, well, if you're friends.
Hold on. You didn't know that she has my number or we're texting, and you see her and it just pop up. She's sitting right there and then pop up. My guy, baby, you're doing a good job. I love you. Is that cheating or not?
So that's a rule that's being made up. That's a rule that's being made up. We asked you specifically, what rules do women just make up along the way of the relationship? And I think his point later on is like, oh, emotional cheating. What the fuck is that? No woman that's not fucking you is going to be like, baby, I love you in a text message. This is like, to me, what I'm recognizing is Shaq is a really bad mental abuser. He never has to put his hands on anybody because he can play with your head. I know niggas like this. I know niggas like this. My best friend is just like this nigga, okay? We have conversations all the time. And I just be sitting up there like, nigga, that's not going to work on me. That's why me and you can never be together. Okay? Because that dumb shit that you talking about is not going to work on me. You have to find a specific brand of smart/weak-minded woman that is going to be okay with the mind games you like to play just for the fun of it.
It depends on you.
Answer the question. We're dating and you text me, but she don't know that me and you have been texting. No,
I don't think that's cheating. No, and the reason why, but let me tell you why.
Thank you. It's
because
not.
You can't control another person.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
And also,
no.
But the boundaries aspect of it, why is she calling you baby? That's what's throwing me off. If she was just like, you're doing a great job, I love you, that's fine.
Okay, you're doing a good job. I love you.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not pressed by that at all.
But you see her answer?
Yeah.
And that's how most of them think.
But I also think that a lot of
hold on. And then it's a word y'all made up, emotional cheating.
That's a thing.
How do you know my emotions? How do you know I'm just not playing with the other side when I say I love you, I miss you?
So it's not emotional cheating because you don't really mean it. No, you're a sociopath. You're a sociopath. A lot of these niggas are sociopaths. Y'all look it up. Some nigga, what's the nigga with the glasses that be on the podcast with the locks? He be going from podcast to podcast saying stupid shit. He was involved in that conversation shit too. But he said some shit on one of them podcasts about, like, you know, talking to a woman, spending time with a woman, pillow talking with a woman. Basically, you're doing things that will make a woman feel like you're emotionally invested, but you're really not. He was like, and I really don't, you know, I'll do all of that. And I still really don't even care, or I don't even really like the woman. I'll do all of that. And I'm like, because you're a sociopath. Niggas are ignorant. So niggas in the comments are mad at me for pointing that out, but that's literally what that is. You know how to manipulate people into thinking you're having emotions by the way you act and the things that you say, but you really don't have any emotions. You're a sociopath. Look it up. That's the definition of a sociopath. It's somebody that doesn't actually have the real emotions tied to how they perform. They know that they have to perform that way because they pay attention to social cues, but they don't actually feel those feelings. I read a whole book from the perspective of a sociopath. So that's why I know when I say that, that's what I mean. That wasn't shade. That was the truth. Some nigga in the comments talking about some weird ass nigga. He saw that comment and got upset that I said that, and then told me that my husband, what did he say? Been settled for me. Settled for me. Oh, wow. That would be so interesting. And I told him whatever man he was fucking was settling for him as well. Child, sometimes men talk to me and it's like, you know, they might say something, you know, in reference to my husband or something like that because they didn't went through my page. Because the first thing they want to say is you ain't got no man, but they go through my page and I have a man and you can't call me ugly. So you're going to say that my man settled for me, which was so funny to me because I'm like, you know, I went and looked at your page too and you look lonely and light-skinned, which told me that you might be laying down with some nigga and you might be jealous that I have a nigga. My nigga don't want you. Okay? My nigga don't want you. Okay? Whatever he's settling for, he don't want you. Okay? Child, that shit was so funny to me. I was just like, settled. Child. Please. I tell you that Lyric is one of the happiest niggas that most know. Okay? Like, listen, whatever.
Emotionally playing with her.
Okay, but what does that matter to you? You think I'm emotional cheating, which doesn't exist, by the way.
It does exist.
It does not.
If you are emotionally connected with another person and I don't know about it.
How do you know I'm emotionally connected with another person? How do you know? Just because you
you wouldn't know, and that's the whole thing about cheating. Because
I hate when y'all do shit like this. I really do. I make a joke about a personality type and then y'all like, Bondy really don't like light-skinned men. That's not true. That's not true. It's not. But when somebody comes at me and then I go and look at their profile and then I can assess that they fit into a certain stereotype. An angry, light-skinned, lonely nigga. It is just a adjective. Honestly, and also I like alliteration. Lonely and light-skinned went together. He was light-skinned. He was lonely. I don't like the nigga because he talking shit to me. But again, my best friend who I was just telling y'all about, who is this type of smart nigga that's always trying to like mentally manipulate motherfuckers, very light skinned. Okay? Very light skinned. And he a big nigga. So he not light skinned in the same way that the rest of y'all niggas is light skinned. Cause he like 6'6". So when a nigga is 6'6" tall, they light skinness don't work the same way. He too big for y'all to consider him light skinned like that.
There's no conversation about it. But if there's a woman or a man and they are with each other having intimate conversations or intimate experiences,
experiences is a different thing, because in law enforcement, right? What's your name, my guy?
Kenny.
I can say right here on camera.
Yeah.
As soon as I fucking leave this, I'm gonna break Kenny's jaw and throw him down the steps.
Yeah.
Right?
Insane.
Hold on, right?
Yes.
But I can't be charged because I said y'all got me saying it on camera. But until I make the overt act, I cannot be charged. So it doesn't matter what I say right now.
So you're saying because it can't be proved?
No, I ain't gonna prove. In order for me to be charged for conspiracy to
and this is why you stupid, because you talking about the law and then you talking about interpersonal relationships. Those are two separate things. Those are two separate things. Unless you are doing something illegal within the confines of the relationship. This is a man that is playing mind games so that he can best a woman.
I gotta actually do it. I have to make the overt act. Now, if I get up and go grab his shirt, I set it on tape, I'm getting sued. Y'all gonna make a lot of money. I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, but not doing the overt act of seeing the person secretly or doing that, it's not really cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask me.
I have to.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So if you are in a relationship,
if you're in a relationship with Sarah,
and there is a man, and she's telling another man how much she loves him and how much she wants to be with him,
I wouldn't know that because I wouldn't check Sarah's phone. If I'm sitting here and Sarah's phone go, I'm not gonna look because I know what I do.
Oh, okay.
In my mind, I know what I do. She's not going nowhere because I fit all the boxes. So
you fit all the boxes fucking for 5 minutes? Okay.
Her right now, I'm not gonna be like, I'm just
because you're secure and you are.
That's her phone. I don't need to look at it.
So do you feel like
my phone
emasculated when they look through their woman's phone?
I do. Because, it's an old saying that goes true. If you look for something, you find it. But you need to know what you're looking at.
That's the truth, because everything could be different in context.
You need to know what you're looking at. Just because you say I love you don't mean you're in a relationship.
No, I agree with that. I tell all my people that I love them. Like I don't miss a chance to tell people that I love them.
I love you, Sarah.
And then every relationship I've had, I've tried to end it respectfully. Well, I love you. I love you too.
So a lot.
And I'm gonna just say, like, yeah, I would never be in a monogamous relationship with a nigga like that. And I think when women try to be in monogamous relationships with men like that, that's where they end up making themselves look dumb and the niggas play them even more. Okay, so let me hit on Walter right quick, and then we're going to get to the Real Housewives of Atlanta situation, and I'm going to get out of here, okay?
You know how people do wrong, right? And we try to clean it up, we're going to try to dress it up and clean it up. When you know you wrong, you're going to do all this trying to clean it up. But if you know you right, stick to what you own and continue doing right. Don't take the narrative and try to shift it to prove your point or to your benefit for you and yours. When if everybody's saying that you the problem, then you the fucking problem. Or if you beefing with this person, that person, that person, that person, come on, bro, you acting too perfect. That rhyme for y'all? Let me say it again. If you beefing with this person, that person, this person, that person, that means you too fucking perfect, bro. Don't cut the cameras off when it comes time to show your business. But when you showing your family business, you and that motherfucker, even shit that's off camera. Even when the camera's not on, you showing that. But when it come down to your personal business, stop the cameras. That go for you and your daughter. Y'all see that? Stop the camera. So Stop making people thinking that you giving us a platform when it's our story. How you gonna tell Nita's story and you can't go through Walt? You gotta go through Walt to tell Nita's story. No, how you gonna sit here and talk about Rudy and them children and stuff, talk about Rudy and them or Josh and them, and you ain't even gonna show their kids? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta be real, bro.
I can show a picture of them. We can edit in the picture.
And just because family call family out on certain things, they go to fans, they go to the supporters or groupies or whatever you want to call them. There they go. They wrong. She need to cut all her family off. What if her family tired of her ass? What if her family saying we need to cut you off because we tired of this? Huh? Get the guard, bro. There's truth to both sides. But at the same time, bro, we got to be real with each other first and not the media. Point blank. If you don't understand that and you're going to still try to say, oh, but Walt, but this, but Casey, but that, be real with this first and then let the media see that. Huh? How about that? How about you try to express or display some type of integrity? How about that? Huh? You can't want somebody to just, you want to be forgiven or forgive, apologize, but you not willing to do it. That go from my mama on down. All of them do it.
All of the women?
Every last one of them do it. They point the finger, but tripping, bitch, you got 3 pointing back at you. Every time you hold that bitch up, 3 pointing right back at you. But you ain't looking at that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know how people.
So I'm gonna say this because I feel like all these niggas got the same problem. Y'all feel like y'all can handle people and talk to people any kind of way for real. And as long as you can call whatever they did disrespect first, then that means whatever you did to disrespect them was fine, even though they really didn't come at you the same way that you came at them. But because it made you feel uncomfortable or you didn't like, because to me, a lot of y'all feel like if people aren't totally agreeing with y'all, then they're going against you. And now you're going to blow up because somebody not going along with exactly how you feel, right? So a lot of y'all don't know how to have conversations without getting angry. You don't know how to have conversations without cursing each other out, without being physically intimidating. You don't always have to touch people, but all of that screaming and hollering and getting loud and moving fast and getting in people's face, all of that is violent to me at the end of the day. Okay. And in my opinion, Casey, however Casey responded, Casey did something that was worse than what was shown on the show. If you want to talk about when Red and Toya got into their disagreement and was going back and forth, and then she said, cut the cameras because whatever she wanted to say, she didn't want to be a part of the show. Okay, I'll give you that, Walt. She was having something that she wanted to keep private. You are absolutely right. But on the same side, when y'all was filming that scene, whatever happened with Reginae, the cameras was there. The cameras was up. Because as soon as he was at the door tripping, Toya turns around and says, turn the cameras off. So just as she turns the cameras off to protect herself, she will turn the cameras off to protect Casey. Now, you can't control how fast somebody else pop off, but I can stop talking and say, cut the cameras before I say what I'm going to say. But I can't control when he pop off. But I know what she did do. She showed the camera because this is a reality show. And WeTV and the other network is putting a reality show on. So when y'all come on the show and lose control of yourselves and act a fucking fool, that's good for the reality show. And you know that. But you don't have no control of yourself. And that's a personal problem. And that's a problem in y'all family. And then that's also a problem for you when everybody see how you pop off. She still protected you because if they weren't protecting you, they would have let everything play out. They would have let everything play out. They would have showed Casey breaking her door. They would have explained to us exactly how he put his hands on Reginae. But they didn't. They cut certain parts out and they kept certain parts in. So we've already seen Casey get loud, start cursing, send crazy ass text messages, act a fool. People didn't seen it out there for the six wall stepper situation. I think when she was on the float and all of that, people saw that shit in real life. People saw in real life, people know Casey, and people in real life, people know Walt. And if they don't know them personally, they know niggas that's just like them. Because a lot of y'all niggas act exactly the same way when y'all get angry, when y'all get upset, when y'all don't like what somebody told y'all. You can throw any little slick shade you want to throw, but as soon as somebody throw it back at your ass, now you blowing up and acting all irate like you about to put hands on somebody. They said that you put your hands on that girl, but they didn't specify. And they ain't file no charges. Ain't nobody do shit. But a little bit of it was in a reality show. But ain't nothing else really come of it that would have put Casey back in a bad situation or a bad spot. So when Walter get up here trying to say that Toya and them protect themselves, but they put the family out there so all they mess could be on the street, yeah, there's some truth to that. But if y'all didn't act like that, then nothing would be able to be put out like that. If y'all wasn't already showcasing violent behavior, if you wasn't already out of control of yourself, if you already didn't have anger issues, then there would be nothing to be shown on the reality show to make you look bad. But y'all don't want to deal with that. Y'all don't want to deal with that. You always want to act like somebody is just, hiding their shit and your shit just all out there. No, motherfucker, some of y'all are really doing too much. And ain't nobody about to keep dealing with that as they getting older, dealing with all that screaming and hollering and all of this extra shit y'all got going on. Y'all be doing too much. And then you get mad when people don't want to deal with y'all. He said, well, what if her family don't want to deal with her? Y'all need her. That's the difference. That's the difference. Because at the end of the day, I listen, y'all, I love my family. Yeah, I'm going to be with the old ladies to play Pitty Pat tomorrow. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait till Easter. I can't wait till Mother's Day. I love my family. I love being around my family. But I have always been a person that's about protecting my peace because nobody protected my fucking peace when I was a child. So I protect my peace now. And what that mean is when I be in my house for a whole fucking week without seeing nobody but my husband and dogs, I'm perfectly fucking happy. Because I'm protecting my peace from anything, from anybody. So you know what I mean? At the end of the day, when you have been through all of that, you do get to a point where you be good with the family and the life that you created for yourself. And you don't have to be out here being around people just so y'all could get into fucking arguments, giving people an opportunity to want to hate on you about something. Giving people opportunity to make you the target of whatever their inner turmoil is that they got going on. So when he said, what if her family don't want to fuck with her? When I tell you, please don't fuck with me. That's what I would have been like. Oh, what if her family don't fuck with me then? Don't fuck with me then. But don't call me asking me for shit neither. Don't call me asking me to help you get in back good with your baby mama, all for you to blow up and be out of control yet again in front of her and can't nobody calm you down. Y'all don't understand. When people really have dealt with that for a long time, nigga don't feel like dealing with that when they don't have to. So if you can't be in control of yourself, if we can't go back and forth without me being in fear that you're going to touch me in some type of way, we can't be around each other. We can't be around each other because I'm a little woman and I'm going to want to hurt somebody. Because I know how you could hurt me if you get close to me. They had people in the comments arguing with me because my comment was, to me, the cameras was cut to protect Casey, not the other way around. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. They got people in the comments arguing with me, talking about another scene that I'm not talking about the cameras wasn't on. Bitch, you can go on reality entertainment instead of telling me a lie. You can go on reality entertainment and see that when Toya turns around and tell the cameras to cut off, that is a cameraman holding that fucking camera. That's not a Ring camera, bitch. They used the Ring camera because wasn't nobody outside filming. The fuck? Anyway, if she's so bad, if her daughter's so bad, leave them people alone then. Because that's what I would do. That's what I would do. So let's move on. Okay. All right. Girl, Portia was on the internet. Portia was down to the internet telling us stuff. Okay. So let's take a listen.
Any comment on Candy saying you don't like Shamia? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if Candy said I didn't like Shamia. I think what Candy said was she doesn't believe we're as cool as we used to be. And yes, that's true. I mean, you know, it's when you come on the show and you have certain expectations, and then things seem to turn on you without you knowing, you know, that can change any relationship. So, but I don't think Candy said anything like that. Y'all don't be trying to stir stuff up now, because you know how y'all do. Y'all like free tea. Y'all got to watch the show. So why?
Yeah, that's why y'all was atting her under everybody post, right? That's why she said that, because she saw everything y'all was atting her in. The fuck?
I did not post Shamia's song. Dang, y'all, good grief. Well, she didn't send it to me to post. I guess Shamia sent it to everybody, but she didn't send it to me, so I didn't have it to post.
That sound like bullshit to me. That sound like bullshit to me.
Comment on Candy saying you don't like Shamia.
That sound like bullshit. Let's press. That was more. That was more. Hold up, where is that?
That wasn't even supposed to happen. Literally right before we filmed that, my best friend, Johnny, called me and told me that he was going to go to Chicago. The whole show was supposed to go to Chicago. And he was like, did you know that Drew is flying, is coming in to film? I said, huh? So I had just found that out. So that's why the whole she said she told you she did not. So that's why the whole time I was like, oh. While she was talking, they were talking about dating. I was like, I don't care. But then what you didn't see is she
out of the timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare.
Now we need to go.
800-511-2112. That's 800-511-2112.
Right. So then I was like, well, the only way I can really now I'm going to have to break the wall. Yeah. What? Yeah, I don't understand. No, me either. I was like, but you know what? It's not a situation where I didn't really, we were cool. Like, I really liked her. And I really grew with her, but that's all. She got picked on my knee. So.
Damn, now I gotta stop because they playing music in the background. Fuck. I want to know what she said when she covered the mic. Oh, weird ass bitch.
I just end up saying, fuck it. I just end up letting it go. All right. Yeah, like, girl, I wasn't even supposed to say all that. Girl, so that shit like, what? Girl, yeah, I mean, you know we don't play about you. You know what I'm saying? No, like, I'm not going to say it gets better necessarily in the situation, but you know, when you, at some point, you just say it is what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once you kind of see where they're trying to go with it, once I realized, okay, this might actually be more of a storyline. Yeah, this might have been like. Yeah, then I realized I was like, okay.
And my thing is, I've always told you, okay, I'm gonna curse your ass out in 5 minutes, but that's what we get to. We're gonna shop.
That wasn't even supposed to happen. Literally right before we filmed that, my best friend, Johnny, called me.
Okay. So she was talking about the Drew situation and acting like it was just, oh, it was just for girl, whatever. I don't even care. Like, whatever you're talking about, girl, fine. What did Ralph say? Hold up.
I sat down with her and I was like, listen.
Why are they playing this fucking music in the back?
Listen, you know, like, look, based on everything that's going on, you know, I think we should go our separate ways. I think, you know, we put them. Yo, look, if they come down, everybody got free reign because she's not allowed to be down here. So if she come down these steps, I'm going to the courts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, putting it right in the app. Hey.
What if it's one of the kids, dumbass?
Hey, Drew violated the order. Look, this is not a game out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. I'm standing on business.
He is pathetic. Standing
on business here, you know? Let me drink to that.
Child was Tampa 2-pack. Shut up, Jamie. Y'all, this nigga got, first of all, this nigga got a dent in the side of his head where part of his brain must be missing. But when we tell y'all about these people, weird ass, grimy niggas that really just be wanting to get something out of these women, that's what we be talking about. He's in the basement and his ass should stay in the basement and she should move to another house.
One of you is missing tonight. Miss Phaedra Parks was invited.
Oh, child, that's just a clip. All right, I'm gonna talk about that later. Let's go to these taglines.
I snatched my peach back. Now I'm bringing the juice.
I snatched my peach back. Now I'm giving the juice. Or did you snatch that man? And now you getting your ass beat. Girl, what?
I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement.
I mean, they're working. The taglines are working. I'm not mad at Portia's. It's just definitely like you wanted to say I snatched the nigga. But it was supposed to be I snatched the nigga and I kept him. But you didn't. So now it's I snatched the peach and I got the juice. Not the juice is loose, girl. And it's watered down. Watered down peach juice is nasty. But it's in a real cute bottle, bitch.
+1, honey. I've always been that one.
+1. I've always been that one. Okay, because you know you was low-key Portia's +1 all the time because she ain't had no man all the time, girl. So you was definitely her +1. That was a little.
I'm a mom of 4 girls. Give me attitude and I'll ground you too.
Like what? We could have did a little bit better than that.
If you want to find the shade, just look for the oak.
I like that one. That was cute. I like that one. Okay. If you looking for the shade, okay. No, here, find the oak. If you looking for the shade, child, whatever she said, but we're gonna be under an oak tree. I'm here for it.
I'm pretty and paid. Of course there's haters trying to shade.
Nah, girl. That's all you could do. I'm pretty and I'm paid. So, of course, there's shade. It rhyme. It rhyme. We'll give them that. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all, I feel like out of all of them, I feel like Drew's and Angela's was my favorite. Drew's and Angela's was my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all that right now because Drew saying I'll always be on the upper level and everybody else is in the basement, and then that nigga is absolutely talking about Ralph in the basement, bitch. That is hilarious. Okay. Okay, that nigga is getting slightly unhinged. Okay. Yeah. And then also what was Angela's was the shade under the oak tree. Girl, Portia, I snatched my piece and I'm bringing it to you. How many times she gonna refer to herself as a juicy peach? Like, they gave you that years ago. Like, that's why I don't really like that one. And for Shamia, the +1, but I am D1. Like, yeah, that's cute. We could put that as number 3. We're gonna put that one as number 3. That's what we're gonna do. So rating, I'm gonna give Drew number 1, Angela number 2, Shamia number 3. Portia number 4, Brittany number 5, and Kelly number 6. That's the order I'm gonna do the taglines in, girl. That's what I'm feeling about it. Okay, so that was cute. I'm here for it. I think that this show is starting off really nicely. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna talk with y'all about today because I gotta go, girl. But I hope y'all enjoyed my show today. Thank y'all for coming through on this Good Friday. I'm about to go get me some crawfish. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And members, I believe I'm gonna come back. My plan is to either come back tonight or come back tomorrow. and give y'all the members only Love and Hip Hop. Okay. And we'll just watch the clips. So yeah, I'll give that to y'all either tonight or tomorrow before I go play cards, girl. But all right, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Enjoy your weekend.